Hi there, everyone that's already here. Wow, there's already 15 people waiting for me. Hi, Laura. Hi, anyone and everyone that is here or coming in. I think I have to zoom out. That's better. I'm looking at, oh my goodness. Okay, any connection issues? It's YouTube today. I'm having a lot of difficulty with stream, coming in and out. And when I was watching Laura, I had some buffering. When I've been watching Caroline, I've had some buffering. I've had a lot of buffering today. So if there's any buffering with my stream, I do apologize. It is YouTube. I don't know if it's the colder weather or maybe where the YouTube headquarters is. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of buffering. But if you're watching this back, you should be fine. But if you're here in the live, you might have some issues. Hey, Sissy. Hiya, Joey. Hiya, Mandy. Hello, Bethan. Yeah, to be quite honest, if this had been yesterday, there's no way because I couldn't move. But I am going to do my best today because I'm much, much better to yesterday. Hey, Vin. Hiya. Anyone coming on in? Karen and Michelle, Kristen. Oh, that's okay. Go and have a nice dinner. Oh, this is there to watch back. And Vin can help me get any little bits that I might have forgotten or I forgot to mention. Vin was also at the event and she will fill in any blanks. Hey, Suze. I know. Funnily enough, Finn, everyone thinks because they saw me on Saturday, I'm absolutely fine. I suffer terribly after. And Andrew will tell you, I couldn't even put my shoes on yesterday to bend. And I got stuck an awful lot yesterday with pain. I was literally stuck, couldn't move. But it's worth every second. I had such a ball. And anyone that is coming in, welcome. And I am going to do a recap of the day. Oh, let me see where I can see Jasmine's little. There you go. I'm going to do a whole recap. I'm going to kind of walk you through what I've learned. I'm going to fill you in. I know Claire's done an amazing pre-recorded vlog. She's done it in the best possible way. And I'm going to do a walkthrough live with you on what I got. What we did, what I learned, who I met, if I remember everybody. It is impossible to. I'm just going to go through everything with you here, and then in an hour's time, so at 5 p.m. my time, we're going to head on over to our colour along. So we're going to stop this stream and start a brand new one. Hi, Sean. Hey everyone, that's okay, Laura. I know you're working, sweetie. You do what you need to do. And as I say, anyone that comes here that is for the live and you need to pop in and out, you don't have to tell. You just come and go as you please. That is why the lives are here. And I also want to show you this beautiful card. I won't read the message, it's a personal one, but I'll give you the kind of what happened, what it's about. And that's from Tiana. She's so sweet. She gave one to Claire, me, and Kim. Hi, Marsha. Hi, Hope. Hi, Amanda. Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'll give it one more minute and then I'm going to start because we're already 4 minutes in. Ah, yeah. And that's, I'm so glad that she did go because she's amazing. Hi, darling. No way. Black screen because it's playing you up or because you can't have it on? Goodness sake. I hope the screen's okay. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, everyone. Kaiser. Everybody coming on in. Okay, so I'll start you off with the Colouring Heaven 11sies, which was the pre-event meetup. So on my Facebook page, I put out there, let's meet up. And then Kim contacted me, Kim White of Creative Happy Life, who is in your Christmas Colouring Heaven special subscription one. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Natalie. Hi, everyone. Hi, April. So she was like, hey, I was thinking about that. Should we just, team up and do this? I was like, yeah, let's just do it. So I'd already got a big response on Meetup on my page. And prior to that, you know, I was thinking, how can we do this so everybody's kind of comfortable and you go to the event and you're not at all anxious, that you can just let that anxiety out of the window and get comfortable with each other. So that is how Colouring Heaven 11Zs was born. Hey, Shannon again. Hi, Pamela. Hi, everyone. So we went to Adventure Cafe in Bath, and we met up. We had coffee. We had a little bite to eat before we went. Hey, Pickle, Charlotte, Christina, Connie. Hi. And hi, Kayla. And that is what we did for the meetup. We got absolutely drowned, and I mean drowned. Hey, Star. And it was pouring with rain, and I didn't have an umbrella, so I got drenched. We got to the class. Talk about all the social aspects in a minute. We got to the class. We got to the place, which was the Guildhall. It was stunning. We sat down and we were given this handout. So I'm just going to move things, and I'll go through step by step. So this is just a recap so you know what happened. Whoops. And we're given, hold on. So this was on our table, 2 skin tone sets like this. This little, it was a gift from, I think it's Amanda, yeah, who also is part of the Colouring Heaven group on Facebook. And we were given this, which was, and we had this blank little page, which was Ophelia, I want to say, which is in her art book as well. So first of all, you're looking at this and you're looking at the small image, and we've also were given a larger image. Hi, Caroline. That's okay. That's okay. I know you've just come off of yours, hon. You go do what you need to do, and thank you for giving them. Hi, Gary. Hi, everyone. Hi, Francis. There's my Francis. I'm going to talk all about you in a minute. Your ears will be burning, and this was also on our table. So this was by Jo Barber, who was the coloured pencil artist who was there on the day, and she was running the class. I'm going to call it a class. On the day, and she was using the skin toned Black Widows. You know what they look like. These are my 2 sets that I used on the day, and she mixed the 2 together rather than use them as 2 separate sets. Yes, Francis, you know, I absolutely adore you, so of course. So along came this class of using them, which was what I needed as well. Hi, Jane. Hi, everyone. A huge hello. Now, I'm not going to be in chat for a minute because I'm just going to talk my way through this bit, and then I'll come back to chat in a minute. Okay, so it started off with this piece of paper here, and she spoke about strokes. So you remember I always say when we're doing how I colour tutorial thingies that I do over here, I always say about using small circles rather than the directional or lines, and that's just because I find it goes a lot smoother and you can have a lot of a nicer coverage without any lines or streaking or any of that. So we went over that. Long ovals are really nice to do bigger areas, and they're kind of like a small circle technique, just larger ways of sort of going about it. Hold on, let's put that in. Is that, I had to just plug you in. Okay. And then she was talking about lines for a more uneven finish. And then she was speaking about directional strokes, which is for hair, which is at the back of the handout. Oh, you're funny. I do this on here, and I'm so happy to offer that for completely free. And I'm not a coloured pencil artist, and she is. So I totally get why this kind of thing was, amazing to be able to do for us to get together and make an event out of it, which I really love. But I like the fact that I can do, I'm not going to be her level by any standard, but at least I can do what I can do over here for absolutely nothing, which is perfect for me. So then we went through pressure, and we went from very light to medium to firm. Hi, Mum. And this is then putting it together on skin. So she used this part, which was tone. And this was using the first one to go down, which was eggshell. Then we layered in murk. Then we layered in cinnamon. And hey, Melody. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone coming in. I'm so sorry if I've missed you. Big love and big hugs and waves around the room. And then we did step 4, which was putting it all together here. So that was this one. Now, it's going to look a little bit different on the printout because it's a printout as opposed to real pencil on paper. Anything scanned in is going to be slightly altered because the scanner picks it up ever so slightly. So just slightly different. Then she spoke about shading a sphere, and she also talked about directional lighting, which we didn't have time for. And then she talked about hair, which is on the back. Now, I found this part very interesting because you know me, I'm totally comfortable the way that I colour hair. Although I find it hard to go in with the dark first and shade to light. I prefer to do. This is me doing me, and this is me doing Joe. So Joe's one's here, following exactly step by step what she did. And then this was just I just did this very briefly for 2 minutes, and I wanted to see how I felt doing her method against my method. And to be very, very fair, she's amazing. I just found my method a lot easier for me. But if you're completely beginning, I think you could learn a lot. And what I did take away from her was a lot more of the how to put the highlights in, because she starts off going from a very dark color to a very light color. Hi, everyone coming on in. Lots of love. And I'm usually building from a very light color to a darkest color. And, you know, I found my method of hair a lot easier just for me. Saying that, what my whole thing was take everything I know, everything I've taught myself, and everything that I've picked up in 4.5 years, take it out of my memory, start with a blank canvas, follow step by step exactly what she's doing, because that's the whole reason why I'm there. Then entered the skin, and we started that. Right, ladies, it was there. You're all with me. Am I saying this right so far? So then Joe sat there, and we started off, I think, with eggshell, then murk, then cinnamon and mud. And we started off with the very lightest colour, and we placed where we would have our lightest areas, which you can see has got quite a lot of white left on the page, which is another part that, again, where you pick up habits, it's so hard to completely get that out of my memory, and my muscle memory is telling me to go along with my usual, and my mouth is saying to myself, Sam, stop it, follow exactly what she's doing. And I really liked the result. I just liked how she taught us how to come down a little bit more and invest some more time with shading with your nose here, coming down your nose, because obviously she's got this little button nose, and all of her girls, so if I go in here, all of her girls have got this tiny little button nose. Here we go. So Jasmine girls have a tiny little button nose like this, and no bridge, nothing coming from her eyebrows. Because she colours her stuff very whimsical with a mask and completely has her own style. So she was trying to teach us, if you were to have the bridge and everything on the page, how would we approach the nose with colour? So in came the darker colours and the murk, the cinnamon and the mud. Then it was about light source, and the light's coming like it's hitting the face this way, right? So she's got these big glowing cheeks. Hey, everyone. Hi, Bella. She's got this big sort of highlight on her nose, a big highlight on her chin, and another highlight in the very middle of this part of her cheeks. So you would have shading there, heavy shading on this side, which you will not notice as dark once you put your hair color in. And then on the neck, I don't know if you can see, She's then showed us how to put like a collarbone area and how that would look if you did it just directly under the chin. And then if you were to have like dip, you know, you got a dip by your voice box. Thank you. And then you've got this other bit here, right? So I thought, right, let's take all this on board. That is exactly why we're here for. You know, we're here for this. This is what we have come for. Well, I went for the social aspect more, I must admit. I'm a social butterfly. I loved that part, but I did want to learn as well. Then she was showing us how to go about the arms. So you were looking at highlights. Underneath is going to have shading, and then how to approach in between the fingers, and if you had like a part that's being heavily shaded. Now, that is what we learned. It had to be rushed somewhat because they couldn't fit too much in that space of time. So we didn't get to do the image. We just got to learn the basics of skin and hair. Now, I'll recap the colours that we used. So we used eggshell, which is a very light, hold on, let me just get them all this way. There we go. We used eggshell, which is in the dark skin tones. We used murk, which is in the dark, I think. No, sorry, that's the light. We used cinnamon, which is in the dark, I believe. So they're mixed from each one. There we go. From the dark, we used mud, which is in the dark, and we used snow for highlights, which was in the light. So you're starting from your light to dark. Yeah, I said the same. I think they mixed together rather than as their own set, which is why I think they should have been a 24 set rather than 2 individual 12s, just personally. But so I was sitting next to Frances one side and Louise the next. And me and Frances, I think we pretty much did exactly the same result. And Frances went away and said, I'm going to work on this in my own time. I haven't got round to that yet. So you did get a larger image, which I've also scanned in so I can do it on cards. So I want this in my folder as things that I've taken away. And we had the small one to do our class, our actual class on the day with. So eggshell is your first lay down to map out. Then you have murk to go a little bit heavier. Then you have cinnamon to start putting in your shaded areas, and murk as your darkest. Snow, she's gone into the lightest areas, and that was your skin. It was, and I think that was just the time that we had allocated. I think it needed to be a full day. But then again, you know, not everybody can stay for a full day or sit for a full day. So I completely understand why it wasn't, but it'd be really nice, I think, if it was a full day. Then we moved on to hair. Now, what she did, she went with the darkest, didn't she? She went straight in with the dark, and we were like, whoa, hey, Louise. Louise was there too. That's okay. It's so nice to see you. So we went straight on in there with this really dark tone, and I was like, hi, Louise as well. Here's both my Lou's. So I was like, oh my goodness, how am I doing this? So let me just show you. This is what I mean. I don't mind doing it on this one. So I'm going to just zoom you in one. I was like, oh my God, how on earth am I going to come back from this? So I'm just going to pick a little tiny area here. So this is how we went in straight away. So we went in with these lines like this. This is exactly how we did it, right? I'm like, how am I blending that out? My goodness. Because then she said, go to, was it suede? I know it was something really, really light, or was it light mocha? I think it may have been. Well, anyway, we went then to this light mocha, to this really light color. And I thought, oh my gosh, how on earth am I going from this dark to a light without it looking so liney? That was my whole thing in my head. So anyway, long story short, we built up. So she tells you in here, she's gone dark areas with mud. Sorry, not even that. It was suede. Mud was the first one. So we're going, oh no. So I'm thinking mud's even darker. How am I getting back from this? And then you're going next with suede. Then you're going with leather. Then you're going with auburn highlights. And you use rust. And I was like, oh, everything I've learned has got to go flying out the window here. You know, I can't do this. Oh, my whole thing, my methods have flown out the window. And by the end, it didn't look too bad. However, I think I'm quite content with how I do hair. I'm not dissatisfied with the result with how I do hair. Hence why we did a 10 episode, you know, hair colour along on the channel. I can't get my words out. But saying that, don't ever think that it's one way only. You can colour so many ways. And that is what I took away from the class the most, is that you can colour in so many ways. You can colour with so many methods. You can colour with light to dark, dark to light. It doesn't matter. Don't be so set in your ways. And it took me out of my comfort zone in order to do that, which I really enjoyed. So, long story short, what I learned on the day was how to choose my highlights and not to worry about white spaces. I don't know if I'll apply it, but I'm going to try it. And also that you can go from dark to light with hair. So I did take that away. What did you take away, ladies, that were there? Did you take away the same? Did you learn most? What did you take away from the day? So, like I said, I had these sitting on the table, which was the dark set, the light set. I think I put them on the wrong one. Okay. And we also had this little gift from Amanda, who's one of the ladies, which mine was a charm, and it's got a gift from you, Friends of Colour in Heaven. And I think she's one of the admin from the Facebook group. Okay. Frances took away how to use your light source a bit more and colour it. And then, yeah, same here. I think that was mostly what I was sort of focusing on. Yeah, and starting the opposite way to what you're usually. Hey, Tiana, which then leads me on to how funny. It was like that was really, really good timing. So then in the Colour in Heaven 11sies, Tiana, bless her heart, she gave me Claire, but Claire, I think you gave at the event, didn't you, hon? And then you gave me and Kim at the meetup beforehand a card. Now, I won't, you know, because I think this kind of thing is quite personal. So it just says, in other words, that she's really, really happy to, you know, support us and follow our channels, and she learns and she gets enabled. So this was so sweet. And look, she's been taking on like the Joanna Basford vibe. And I love it so much. So it's on my table at the moment, but it will go into my folder of, it's my LC folder, my Lucky Charms folder, which it means all the people from the channel is in here. So there is the envelope, and it'll go in there with it. So thank you so much, Tiana. I thanked her profusely. It's so sweet. And then what I did, the brand new copy I got signed by Jasmine, and my art book, this one, I also got signed by Jasmine. So they're the two things that I got signed for by Jasmine. They're the two things, but I didn't want to buy too much because I wanted to be able to treat a few people to drinks after. Then that would lead me on to what I was like after the event. So I got this. I got another copy of Halloween. I know I have a copy. I know. Don't hate me. I have a copy, but I messed one picture up in it. So I got this second copy in order to be able to do a picture over that I messed up in my last one, because that's just how I am. And then we got a lucky dip. And the lucky dip was pins. And it did say this on the actual event thing. So this is a Strangeling pin. Mine is a sort of fallen angel. I don't know if you can see that. And it's by these two really, really high quality, you know, sections. So it does stay on. Well, so then I was like, guys, how about coming for a drink? Let's go for a drink. Why not? Let's do it. And then we went for drinks, and I got to thank a few people. I got to spend time with a few people, and I wanted to be able to thank a few people for supporting and being so nice and so sweet, and get to know them, because I only see your little pictures and I only see your names. So it was so nice to meet who was behind the pictures, behind the names, because you know me, but I find it very hard because I don't know you. And I was like, let's go for drinks. So we went and had drinks. Now, I stuck to Frances all day because I love her, and she is one of the sweetest girls, seriously. So Colouring F here, who does have a YouTube channel, if you're not already subscribed, I'm sure you are by now. Me and Frances were together, as well as Louise. Louise is a beautiful person. Louise Cooper, Louise Davis, Vin, you're just amazing. Nana Mo, Steph, Leah, Claire, Kim, all of you. I absolutely love them all. Amazing, amazing people. I had one of the best days with everyone. And for that, I cannot thank everyone enough for the most memorable day, because I genuinely love you, and I genuinely cannot wait to meet you all again and spend more time with you. So that aspect for me was the best. You know, these are just cheap nails. These are just cheapy ones, because I had the long, if anyone saw earlier, I had all the fake blood. I nearly took my skin off trying to get it off. Look, can you see my scoured? Can you see all that scoured marks where I had the scoured brush? Louise, you're amazing. Louise, bless her, met me on the train. She took us into first class. We had refreshments. Frances is just a beautiful person. But then I knew that me and Frances have been talking for a long time now. And plus she's going away with KP this week. So it was the most memorable day, and I just wish I had longer with them. If I just wish I'd had longer, I really do. So thank you so much, everyone, for making it what it was. Hey, Tracy. So if there's any questions, do fly them at me. Yes, Francis was there. No, there wasn't, Gary. You all let the team down. You didn't come. Nana is amazing. Oh my gosh. I was with Nana on the train going. We were sitting down for drinks after. Yeah, you all let the team down. Sean wasn't there. I think he wanted to go. But Gary, you let the team down. No males. It was a female power day. Unless you class, Nana is a legend. She was fun. Unless you class the photographers, then there was males. Hey, girls. There was some males there, but they were photographers. So it was so good. So I think I'm almost 100% certain that Jenny is going to do another one. So next year, if there is a Colouring Heaven, then if you are in the UK, do come along to it, because even if you suffer with anxiety, with pain, it's one day, and people are so lovely that your anxieties will fly out of the window. I promise you that. Because if not, I'll just come and I'll give you a big hug and make you feel comfortable. But it was so worth it, wasn't it, Vin? It was such an amazing day. But yeah, if there's any questions about the actual event, then let me know, because this is just a short stream and we will start the other stream, which is our colouring. But I wanted to just tell you what we did on the day. Plus I have got pictures from the day, but if I put them in the screen, they're going to blur. But yeah, amazing day it was. And I'd totally do it all over again and more. But next time I'm going to get an open ticket so I can have a couple more, no, not a couple more drinks, a couple more hours. Why was I going to say drinks then? I'm not an alcoholic. I never drink at home, ever. So yeah, it was so worth it and so good. But the next drink is going to be, sorry if you can hear that really loud down the microphone, because I just gulped my tea. We're going to continue with the is it soulmates or spirit animals? Hey, unicorn. Yeah, they are good. I personally prefer Black Widows as a full set rather than small sets. So I think they are, although they say wax coloured, okay, so with Black Widows, they are a wax coloured pencil, which we weren't all sure. It says it on the tin, but I chucked my tins away, you see. But for me, they're not as soft as a Prisma. I don't think many things are. They're more leaning towards more of an oily feel to me, which means that they layer up pretty well. However, they do have the wax bloom like a Prismacolor does. So if you layer too heavy-handedly, you have to be very careful. So go lightly with them, and that was another thing that I learned, especially doing the skin on them, is just go quite light with them, because if you don't, you're going to end up with clumping. I love that the skin tones have the end of the barrel is got the color, although always swatch them, because look at the top color to the barrel color. They are like day and night. They're totally different. So I would say they're worth investing in, but don't think that they're a budget pencil if you're going to invest in all the sets, because what you will find is that once you've bought all these sets, you kind of bought a pack of Prismas. If you total them up, it's like £80. You can get a box of Prismas for £90 for the 150. So kind of look at it like that. If you've already got the Prismas and you really want to get the Black Widows, then you can buy them in sets. You don't have to buy the full set. You can buy one set 1 month, another set another. But what I would say, and I think most of the people here in the chat would agree with me, if you're going to get the skin tones, buy both. So buy the both together, because if you're going to buy one, usually tones in here work with tones in here like they're supposed to be together, rather than these all work and then these all work. They mix together really well. So if you're going to buy them, I'd say buy both. So yeah, I'd say they are a very good. I've always liked Black Widows. I've always raved about Black Widows, but I use them more mixed in with things as opposed to being on their own, if that makes sense. So if you're going to do them and you're going to buy just the skin tones, buy both of those. If you're going to invest in the whole set, kind of look at it as, if you haven't got the Prismas, maybe try the Prismas before these, because these totaled up will be about the same money. So yeah, and that's a good thing, Tiana, because we got to use them and we got to do the pace that Joe was doing and do the steps that Joe was doing at the event. It will give you the time to learn them. So it's giving you confidence in order to go away and buy them, hasn't it? So that's a really, really good thing. Hey, Sue. Yes, Unicorn. That is right. I'll tell you, it does work really well with them. And so does Prismas, actually. Yeah, you can buy them in single stock soon, or if not now. I'm pretty sure I saw that on the Black Widow Facebook. Okay, so if there's no more questions on anything to do with the event, go over to Colour with Claire. She has got a whole vlog on the day. She's also put her night before in there as well, because she went to meet Alan Robert, the Beauty of Horror guy. So you've also got that to listen to too, which is really, really nice. So go over to Colour with Claire's channel. She's done a whole recap on vlog on the actual day. Yeah, they sell them on the official website. I thought so. Okay, so I'm going to stop this stream because I wanted to sort of divide it. I really want to do one out of the Halloween soon, because Jasmine's always someone that we like to do over here. And she's someone that I just think most people like. And talking of that, okay, so we met Jasmine, obviously. If you ask me to sum up Jasmine Beckett Griffith in a sentence, it would be a human fairy. Now, don't hate on me for my American accent, how I'm going to say it next. So Jasmine Beckett Griffith, when answering her questions, just reminds me of a little fairy when you go to the forest and you're sitting there looking at the sun and the stars at night. She just reminds me like that. She is like that, but she reminds me of a fairy. She reminds me of a human fairy. So you can just imagine her going around the forest with her little house and throwing pixie dust everywhere. She just reminds me of a human fairy. Hello, Nana. See, her ears were burning, Vin. So I could just imagine her with a set of wings in her back, and she's sitting there so sweet with her fairy dust. That is how I would describe her. She is so sweet. So sweet. Beautiful person, beautiful art, amazing woman. I am so happy we got to meet her. So yes, if I could sum her up, she would be a human fairy who creates magical art. So yeah, she's amazing. I didn't get my picture with her because I was a drowned rat and my hair was all over the place. And then Tiana, bless her, asked for a picture and I was like, oh my God, my hair. But then I wasn't there to be vain. It's not like I ever look great anyway. We all got drenched. I was drenched through, and I think that's why my back was blowing up yesterday so much. But yeah, so I will stop this stream. I'll get my juice, and I will restart the next one, which will be colouring today. And as I said, we're colouring out of soulmates, spirit animals. It was just one of those days, Nana. We had no choice in the matter, and we're going to continue with this. I have done a couple more and I have finished the seaweed, so we're going to do, I think we're going to focus today on the shells and maybe the face. We're using polychromos because they work really well in this book. I've written everything down and I've got our colour cards. So yeah, that's it. Yes, we could, and I just didn't want to ask. Nana, oh bless her, we were just drowned. We got so wet on the way there, but you know, it's one of those. I know, I can gather. It's just how it goes. It's the great British weather for you. And some people, poor Louise, who come all the way from Scotland, her last train got delayed because there was flooding on the tracks. So you know how it goes sometimes. It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, beautiful. I will pick this up in 5 minutes time. The stream is already there set, so if you want to hop on over to the stream, it's scheduled. It should be there in your options, and I will see you in a minute, and hopefully you'll join for that one. If you've just come for this part, I can't even do it now. Lots of love, hugs, and colouring magic your way, and I will see you in a minute. So see you soon.